Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Monday, May 29th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. Thank you for joining us. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each of them. In doing the puja, we are connecting with these light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table. And also to do the puja, I have a container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I start with taking the water and putting a few drops of water on each side of the blackboard chart to purify the space that I'll be working in for the puja. I put a few drops of water on my own head to symbolically purify me, and I send a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, we're all purified going into the puja. Now, we start by invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask him to remove obstacles for you now and always. And we thank him for his help with this. Now, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we start by honoring the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet ruling the day. Today is Monday, ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We also honor Rahu, as Dr. Pillai associates Rahu with Monday as well. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. Right now the moon is in a star called Uttara Phalguni, a star that has energy for relationships and integrity. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Uttara Phalguni star is ruled by Aryaman, an archetype who rules the realm of contracts, promises, an archetype that helps us with honor and integrity. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Actually, we were just supposed to honor the Tithi, or the moon phase right now. We are in the 10th waxing moon, called Dasami in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on top of the moon. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet ruling the hour, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Vajra, which has the energies of a power burst. Vajra, Vajra, Vajra. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Taitula, which has energies that are steady. Taitula, Taitula, Taitula. Now, we honor everything that's going on in the chart of the moment. We start with the planet, we start with the sign that's the ascendant, represented here with the letters AC. This is a sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. This is Gemini. Dr. Pillai said we start with the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture to its importance at the moment. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant sign, we go around the chart in a clockwise direction, stopping in each sign that has 1 or more planets in it. Today, in the ascendant sign of Gemini is Venus. We honor Venus. I put flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Purnavasu, a star symbolized as a quiver of arrows, a star that has energy for freedom and expansion. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Purnavasu's star is ruled by Aditi, a goddess who is the mother of many of the gods. I put the flower petals on Purnavasu. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Purnavasu's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mithuna or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies, today containing Venus, planet of love and beauty and joy, planet that helps us to enjoy material plane comforts and also the arts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Karkata or Cancer, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Pushya, the most spiritually auspicious of all the stars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Pushya's star is ruled by Brihaspati, a form of Jupiter in which he is a very high spiritual teacher and is sometimes even called the teacher of the gods. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Pushya's star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Karkata or Cancer, a zodiac sign that is the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mars, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems, and a planet that is both a healer and a protector. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kanya or Virgo, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon, and I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Uttar Palguni, a star that has relationship energy. It's said that when Shiva and Parvati got married, They started their marriage procession when the moon was in Purva Phalguni star, but at the time of the actual ceremony, the moon had moved into the star of Uttara Phalguni. We honor the star, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Uttara Phalguni star is ruled by Aryaman, an archetype who rules the realm of contracts, promises, keeping one's word, having a sense of honor. Honor is when there is a line you just don't cross. We honor Aryaman, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Purva Phalguni star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Virgo, which is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya, or Virgo, the most analytical of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula, or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula, or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara, or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Dum, Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each give the blessings of a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara, or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Kumbha, or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabhisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle, and a star with so much healing energy that its nickname is 100 Physicians. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Satyabhisha star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabhisha star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and we reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience, compassion, and structure. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena, or Pisces, which today contains Neptune. I put flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that Dr. Pillai says can help us with energies towards enlightenment, charity, and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and we reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that Dr. Pillai says can help us with our intuition and also help us in understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Rahu, Jupiter, Mercury, and Uranus. Rahu is always retrograde, and since we met last week, he is now crossed over Jupiter. He's heading towards Pisces, and Jupiter is moving on in a direct movement. So they've swapped spots, but they're still in the same star. So since they're still in the same star, we'll honor both of them before we invoke the star. But today we start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter for being in Aries. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Rahu and Jupiter are both in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and for healing. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwini Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who have tremendous healing energies. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we're going to honor Mercury and Uranus for being in Aries. Both of these planets are in the same star, so we honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Mercury and Uranus are both in the star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a zodiac sign that is a fire sign and has very active energies. Today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box. Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spirituality. Mercury, planet that helps with communication, business, and our own sense of humor. And Uranus, a planet that helps with creative abilities, higher intelligence, success in life, and also astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Vrishabha or Taurus, which today contains the sun. We honor the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Rohini, a star of beauty, prosperity, a star that gives creativity. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by Brahma, archetype that helps with creation and creativity. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by the moon. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, a grounded sign with earth energy, today containing the sun, which is our soul and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all these divine beings that we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance. And I circle this around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a bell to offer the element of sound, and I ring that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a raisin, a small fruit symbolizing the earth element, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of each of us, and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, good air to breathe, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we have time for a short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now we have time for short Q&A. If you post a question in the chat, I will do my best to try to answer it. Today in the United States is a holiday. It's a day called Memorial Day, a day when we remember sacrifices of people who have died serving their country. And we express our gratitude for them and we wish them well, wish them, going into higher levels of attention, into the light. In some places there are parades and veterans are honored and that type of thing. Also tomorrow in the morning after our puja, Venus will be moving into Cancer. So he's making his movement. We have tomorrow will be 11th moon, Ekadasi, a day for focusing on Vishnu and wealth creation. Thursday is a Guru Pradosham, at least in North America. This will be Pradosham on a Thursday, a day when it's easier to remove the stain of karma from any time that we were disrespectful in any life to a teacher. Maybe we didn't do everything our teachers told us to do. It's a good day for removing those types of stains. Vaikasi Visakam will be on Friday, a celebration of Muruga. And on Saturday, it's going to be a full moon. So we've got a very wonderful week. We're finishing out May and heading into June. So we've got interesting energies to be surfing with during the week ahead. Okay, not seeing any questions in the chat this morning, which is fine. There don't have to be questions every day. I want to always be respectful to your time. So I'll go ahead and start to close out for today. We always appreciate it when you hit the like button and when you subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel to grow. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. See some of you again tomorrow.